Hello everybody, welcome to Mad Artist Paradise. My name is Mad Artist and this thing is off the screen. There we go. So yeah, continuing the animation cause it is actually almost due soon, so pulling double time with this. Yeah, okay, my tab mate just wanna be a dorp. Come on. Oh, there we go. I don't know what button I just pressed. There we go. Let me just get my actual pen back on. And such, and with that, gonna be continuing working on his animation. I'll be mainly focusing on this frame here because, like this part, it's about to have a critter going through here and such, but it's like doing it solid and like blocky format. It's kind of a little weird, so gonna try to have this a little bit more fluid. I only had this one little frame being blank. Oh, you can't even see it. Yeah, so I had this little section here blank. Everything being blocked or something, but pretty much have this one frame blank so I can do the onion skin with little to no problem. So yeah, if anybody have any questions or just want to say hi and such, I'm all for it. I do have the chat open on the side so I can pay attention to win within reason. And yeah, I got the multi-stream on, so if y'all watching this on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, I should be able to see the message, but if not, I highly recommend going onto my Twitch channel, because Streamlab it's a lot more friendly with Twitch than it is with other platforms I've noticed. So with that, I hope y'all have a good one and enjoy the show while I scratch my head on doing this little session here. Yep, thank you. I'm like, normally I would have had that background be the foreground, but because I'm working with this guy here and I want to make sure I got that nice flow of transition without erasing too much and such, I actually had this thing be the sole, pretty much the sole, foreground here. Of course, I will be editing this later to have more of a solid blue rather than a black. Just call it, just do that. Yes, so what I'm kind of doing here is trying to do more smoky-like. I'll get a little bit more detail in once I get the flow movement going. And such, cause eventually it's about to go from something like that. Let me turn that off, let me turn off my onion skin for a moment. Start to kind of like do a flow, like kind of revealing a little bit of a critter and such. Then the critter's kind of like behind, and does a leap out, and then like poof the smoke and such. So it's like, so I'm just trying to get the flow of the movement going right now before I put in a little more like a little more basic detail, because it is gonna be one of the few that won't have any lines or anything. It's gonna be more solidified or something. I don't know. Like I'm still working on it. Yep. And thanks, I actually got Celtic music going around, because I figured with everything going on, like, just have a little music to kind of chill and whatnot and everything. And hi, little mango, how you doing? Yeah, but other than that, hopefully everyone's doing alright and such. Been having nice weather lately. And of course I'm suddenly cracking and such, but having nice weather and everything and such, so yeah, I mean, if anybody got any questions as to what I'm doing, or like y'all want to like tell crazy story, I'm always all eyes for stories, like, yeah, and such. Cause then again, I'm the type that like reading or listening to Reddit a lot, so yeah. So if anybody got a crazy story they want to share, like share away. And such, any questions, I'd be more than happy to answer some questions and everything. Yeah, it's always nice to do artwork that's not related to your brand. Like, I haven't done any art stuff related to my business or anything company for the company in a while, because I've been doing the animation and the children's book and such. So yeah, it's a nice break and everything. Take a swig of my soda. That's what happened to my camera. Due to unfortunately the very poor lighting, and so due to the poor lighting here and such, I pretty much opted to take the camera out right now, and everything, because my computer had been a little bit wonky with trying to keep everything under control. Like when I have the camera running, Streamlab running, music running in the background, it kind of interrupt the flow, like how it's a lot smoother here. Where before it was kind of lagging to where it'd be like bit, then bit, then bit. It's like, it's nuts. That, and also, I mean, this little thing is still in the air at the moment, but we are looking for a more permanent residence to go to, and everything, cause, like, currently living with a friend, it's supposed to be temporary, so, just trying to do the whole, like, be easy on my laptop, but also, like, just don't want to have everyone freaking out of, like, one moment I'm in a, dank basement, like a, not so nicely lit basement, and then suddenly, oh my god, I'm in suddenly somewhere new, and such, so, I mean, eventually I will be showing off, like, the new place, if and when we get it. I mean, like I said, that's still in the air, so, but yeah, mainly the only reason why I don't have the camera going right now is because it actually has been causing my program to delay. So I'm just trying to make it easier until I can either get something more manageable or something else. So no, I might actually wind up using my little face cam, my little camera here with the face camera here and such, but it's all up for debate right now. But anyway, back to our lovely program of art and such. yeah, I've been reading a lot of webtoon, and I'm sorry for the sudden burst. But yeah, I've been reading some webtoon lately, and such. Yeah, and well, yeah, because art is my job, so I gotta push it. And as for the process, when I do animating, it's like if I like depending on how much time I have, but it's really more like with the animation, like what I'm gonna be doing here, it's going to be a lot more simplified, and everything. So it's gonna be more like flat color per se, and everything compared to actual shading. There might be a little shading here, like the color style that I will be going for this will be an actual like inspiration from the My Little Pony styling. So it's like has some color be a little bit darker than the other one. A little bit darker because the whole a little shading here and there, like a little bit of shading, but not too much. Yeah, but when I do different medium like illustration, I put a lot more detail work in. Animation, like I do put detail work in, but it really comes down to timing and such. And unfortunately, when I was working when I was working in Home Depot, it didn't leave me much time to really do do a lot of details and everything. So it's like some areas had to be a little bit cut short, like for the animation, instead of like incorporating a lot of light and shadow and such. It's not gonna have as much, but I'm still experimenting. You know, trying to find my style with animating and such. Cause I do plan on eventually animating a little bit more and such. I guess it really comes down to if I'm animating, illustrating, and whatnot. Whoops, this got a little bit screwed up. Oh, it definitely got screwed up. Where did I screw it up? Oh dear. GH. There you go, that should... Okay, no, that's... And then this is supposed to be the J. I think? Okay, wait, so... Yep. Okay, yep. Control C, best friend, yes! Indeed it is! Got a little bit more shaping developed here. Maybe start having a little bit of a slant in there. And yeah, focus on story, focus on less character. I mean, it kind of helps. Usually, when it comes to stories, I usually see people try to, in a way, when they do have a lot of characters, it comes down more to, okay, which one is the important character, like who the character we're supposed to be focused on the most, while the rest could have like a little bit of sprinkle something. Or something like I was recently watching a new show, like New God, Nadim Reborn, and such, and the rather interesting take on the whole like, okay, oop, and of course my computer decided to be a dorp. It's an interesting take on the whole like, okay, the character like, the gods are theoretically reborn or something like that. I'm still kind of confused on how it works, but it's like there's a lot of characters in that movie that kind of plays an important role, but yet it comes down to okay, we're focusing on this guy who is supposed to be the reincarnated version of Nadim. Oh god, I'm getting spit everywhere. But yeah, pretty much focusing on not the guy who's about to be reincarnated of Nadim, the other character who is the quote unquote reincarnation of Al Bing, and the third character is being the Al Guan, the Dragon King of the East. And it's like out of all the characters that pretty much the movie had, those three were the main focus really, and everything. So when it comes to story, it's more like if you're gonna have a lot of characters, because the side characters in that movie wound up being like the co-workers, best friends, yada yada, families, like a lot of important characters, but they're not that important. But important enough that they be like the motivator for the main character. So yeah. But good on you for doing that and like get a more sense of balance with the characters. Yeah, side characters can be interesting and such. It's just that I was kind of remembering some of the animes that had like way too many characters to really care to the point it was like it's overwhelming. Like, I think one example people actually use was Bleach. Like, I never really gotten past the first couple of episodes, but I did heard a lot of people started complaining about the later season because it was just like there are just so many characters that wound up being side characters, eventually becoming too well developed. Like well developed, or I don't really understand the beef about that. But then again, I never really saw the anime, so a little hard for me to say that. Oh yeah, and then Naruto. Yeah, the earlier part of Naruto, the character wasn't utilized that well until like later on. Plus, too many plots, too many unnecessarily plot or fillers, or like. I mean, that's the one problem I'm kind of dealing with. With my comic right now, with the idea of like retelling the ancient story, because it's like, okay, I want to tell like story about the gods and everything, like mythology, but the problem was it that like either there would be, I know I was going with a point there. Like, yeah, too many unnecessary plot or unnecessarily fillers or something, and it's like, probably should just cut that little arm thing out. Cause speaking of unnecessary, and such, but it's like that's the one thing I'm kind of dealing with my comic. Really, it's like trying to figure out how to utilize the characters in it without causing too much problem. And of course my computer is starting to lag a little, so it's gonna be causing, whoop, yep, it's starting to lag a little because my tab mate is not responding to my tab mate that well, and it's taken like so long to respond. Whoop, that's what I meant to do. Yeah, and like, like if you only watch like 3 anime, like definitely check out a few more. And such like some of the few that I actually watch anime on Netflix. So I was able to kind of not only enjoy new ones that Netflix like, hey, check it out, check it out, check it out. They also allowed me to relive the old one. Like some of the new ones that Netflix kind of pushed in my face was uh, the the Way of the House Husband, which I just found out from another friend, but also on Facebook that there's actually a live version adaptation of it, which I'm like, oh my god, I gotta check that out eventually and such. But oh come on, tabmate. But it's like oh come on, jeez, what is with that thing right now? Apparently the system hates me. Like, you know what? I'm just gonna go onto my keyboard, which means I'm gonna have to put the mic off a bit more. I'll let you all hear clicky clack 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 clack. Yeah, but yeah. So it's like the new anime I've been able to watch was the way of the the way of the house husband, which was hilarious as heck. and everything. 'Cause it's like, it's freaking Yakuza at the house husband. Like, that's not something you see every day. Especially since, how they handle the situation of, like, there was, like, one episode where it's like the guy was growing some herbs or something, and I'm not trying to give away too much spoiler and such, because this was kind of like in the early episode and such, but it's like, the guy was growing some basic herb, like basil and whatnot, and the way he had dressed and how he handled packing the stuff up, the cops kind of mistaken as, oh gosh, there's a drug deal going down. Let's quietly tail him so we can bust him and whoever he's dealing to or a dealer. And pretty much eventually, then they tailed him to the point that they eventually busted him and his friends. And they're like, "What's that thing you put in the bag?" And it's like some sort of weed or dope. Just basil, dude. Like, put in a pizza, spaghetti, and it's just like, I'm like, God damn it. Y'all gotta stop with the nonsense. Like, I don't know, it just made me laugh. I'm just like, I couldn't get much work done because I was too distracted by the funniness. But then there's also older anime that I actually enjoy watching and such, and pretty much, I actually did worry about being judged about it because it was like, because I thought it would come across as a little bit too girly or something, but I actually have watched some older anime like Maid-sama, which was on Netflix, or on High School Host Club. I actually rewatched because it was like, I just needed a laugh and such, and like, something just lighthearted, funny, and such, like, take a little breather from all the fantasy and the horror anime that I like watching. And everything. Trying to think if there was any other. Demon Slayer, I did hear is a good one. So I don't remember if that's on. Oh wait, yeah, it's on Netflix. So yeah, I was watching that too. Very awesome. Kind of ashamed though that I don't know if there was another season to it or not. Because it's like, whoop. Because eventually it was more like, because Demon Slayer kind of ended at season 1, and the way they ended it, I'm like, oh come on, they cannot leave us hanging like that. Like, we're season 2 and such. And I never quite found out if there is a season 2 and such. I'm pretty sure there is. Like, if y'all know there's a season 2, please let me know so I can go up looking for it later. Or something. Just trying to figure out what I'm doing here. Like, I don't know, try to be a little bit, like, try to get a little bit of something going on, like Snake, but also kind of like an idea of a fish. And actually, more of this kind of lining work. Oh, jeez. And of course, as usual, Streamlab is having a problem. Actually, give me a moment. Let me actually see what's going on since I have Streamlab up. And so it's Streamlab, like chill with the fact of like let me see here. Delete message. Nope, not that. Turn auto mod. Yeah, how do I turn off the auto mod? Manage moderation setting. I think that's probably where I need to go. Okay. Okay, there we go. Okay, I just turned auto mod off, so that should at least help. And everything. Let me just see here. Okay, so now if I could just get out of if I could just get out of it. Yeah, and Blazer, it's not you. It's just that I had the setting. Okay, now how the biscuit do I get out of it? And everything, but it's not just you. Oh boy. Like, it's not just you with the chat and everything. It's just that I actually did have the chat set for like level 2 because, again, I was trying to. Okay, at this point, I don't know what the heck is going on. Oh gosh. Okay, I'm just gonna have the multi-stream chat thing on until I can figure out what the heck Streamlab is trying to do. But no, I had the chat the mod level set to level 2 because again I'm trying to keep this somewhat friendly in terms of, you know, we all be nice, like y'all be nice, you know, don't use too much foul language in terms of being actual threatening and everything. So it's not just you, it's just the auto mod level setup, but I pretty much turned it off for now, so that way, like, no one else gets flagged for crying out loud. But still, like, just because I had the auto mod on, that doesn't mean y'all can start swearing or cursing, because if it winds up being too much to the point that, like, it becomes problematic or something, I will still take action to try to keep this friendly. Yeah, so if anything, if you want to blame someone, blame me, because I'm the one who originally set this up in the first place. And everything. Yeah. Like I said, if it comes to the mod being, like, chat being weird or something, like, just blame me for the time being, because, like I said, I'm the one who originally set it up in the first place, so if anything, it's more like I'm just being the dumbass here with the whole, like, how do I do this? Like, please help me. Oh, goodness. Yeah, but again, like, I do encourage, like, family friendly. Although at some point, like, with the gaming, it's not gonna be as family friendly, but I will have warnings for it, along with setting it up in the actual streaming system. Then when, yeah, we're about to renegade, but at some point, because I do plan on eventually streaming, like, well, not Dark Souls, like, heaven forbid if I ever stream that. And so y'all gonna have to pay me a lot of money to actually stream that on my channel. But it's more like, okay, I'll probably be streaming like Monster Hunter eventually, Darksider, a lot of, like, a few games that it's known to have some sense of violence in them and such, so it's like, I'll have warning for those games at least, because, again, I don't want any problems happening and such, and plus, some of the games that I like playing are, have been flagged, as mature, especially when I was trying to buy them. Oh, the days where it's like, you go to the store, you buy your game, and they're like, you look too young, we need to see some ID. And I'm like, nuts. Like, the downside of having that kind of face. Like, having a face that you get mistaken to be like a teenager. Which I know people say is a good thing, but in my case, it's like, no, it's not. You don't want the head, like, you don't want people coming like, oh, you're just a cute little thing, I just want to pinch your cheeks. And I'm like, just shut up and listen, like, oh goodness. Just getting all that. And I'm just gonna mute the mic again just in case. But again, y'all like have some stories or any craziness you want to mention and such, feel free to mention in the chat. If anything, like, y'all want to say how you've been doing today, like any fun adventure y'all have and such. Like, I mean, the weather was pretty nice today, so I'm sure y'all have some crazy adventure today and such. So feel free to share. Like, I'm always happy to hear what you guys been doing and such. So with that, I'm just gonna have my mic off, but I will be still watching the chat, so be right back. I just realized that I muted the mic, but yeah, for anyone who's just now chiming in, doing the audio drama animation. Whoop. Of course, that part always gets dorked. But it's more like this part I was trying to work with the animation movement. So it'd be more like, be kind of like that. Whoop. Thought I saw something weird. No, that's just my imagination. Okay, dokie. Also, let me just head back all the way to the beginning. Cause I know some of y'all been, would like to see how it's actually been looking so far. And so let me just get a nice view in here. And play this bad boy. Oh wait, hold on. I would say play this bad boy, but we are not at the beginning. They're at the beginning. So let's play this bad boy, and pretty much y'all will see what's been going on.
The kingdom is so lovely, her legacy so proud. But what exactly will you see if you look past the shroud? Thanks to the
Yeah, the animation is a little bit twitchy, but that's just because, like, with everything going on, I have like 300 layers in this so far. It's like, it's a little bit weird, but eventually I will be eventually I will be showing a little bit of this on my Facebook, a little bit on my Facebook and YouTube, so that way y'all can actually see what's what. Oh, that's the other thing I gotta work with. So yeah, I mean that's for the animation so far. I do gotta get the smoky effect in the other one, and such. But I did actually put some of the already existing one already together and everything. So yeah, it's still a work in progress, but it's like some stuff is actually going underway. But I'm just pausing this here because it's like with everything being so glitchy and whatnot. Yeah, plus, eventually I might hollow this guy out, so that way give a little bit more flexibility with colors, maybe not, because technically the shadow is supposed to be showing up, like, kind of like following the trees, and so, following the trees, but also supposed to be, like, kind of like smoothing around in, among the audience. And if I can back this up a little bit more, without it being all twitchy, it's supposed to also be going like through here, and everything, but I did kind of got the layering mixed up a little bit, and such, but that's on me, so. Yeah, but now I'm trying to figure out the whole, like, and of course I don't have access to the sound right now, so it's like, and of course, I would have pulled up Discord, but it's like, I think this shot I might just do it off screen because I do have to double check the original character pony session in our group, so I can put it all in again. Search and of course. Okay, let's just deal with the words. So let me actually see here. I'll just call that like 26 for now. And of course I'm like, nope. Nope. I guess putting it over there. And copying and pasting that quickly because it's like. Yeah, 26A. Yeah, so if anything, given with what's going on, like I'll probably stream for like another 30 minutes and pretty much then call it a wrap. Of course, I don't know if any ads came up without realizing, but yeah, so at least Twilight, I already know how to draw her, so. It doesn't help when the system lags on me. Get the okay, not the wrong kind of glare. Definitely need to kind of fix this a little bit. Of course, it's not perfect yet, but like I said, it'll work. glad to see you're enjoying the stream to the point that I think you left the cap lock on, buddy. And of course I'm having a slight problem dealing with Twilight. And sometimes it's hard to make a pony angry to the point where it doesn't look like it's so weird or anything. Yeah, just trying to make sure we at least got the setup correct. Now technically she's wearing a dress, so it's like... So pretty much it's more of like nothing too fancy that I'm working with here. As I remember where the wing is. Again, making sure we got her clothes on. And such, cause this is pretty much one of things I like about it. Yeah, like there we go. I gave her eyebrows. Oh goodness. I mean, like, eventually I'm still gonna, like, it's still work in progress, cause the whole, like, okay, gotta figure out the outfit, to the wing, to, like, the way the head is, which I think I made the head too big. Whoop! And such, sometimes I accidentally make the head a little too big. And such, cause I draw my ponies a little bit unusual. Like, kinda get them more of, like, kinda like the slender neck that they have, but kinda make them look a little bit floofy. And such, let me actually figure out the hair part. Can I know sometimes the hair could make the difference too. Oop. That's good. It's like if I put eyebrows on the pony, like the hair might cover it anyway, so. Yeah. Yeah, we artists think too much, and I think, but yeah, it's not like I'm trying to convey too. Whoop! I'm not trying to convey too much anger with Twilight. It's just more of like, kind of like in a way annoyance, but at the same time like nothing too hectic because It's more like, okay, we got like a smoky shadow being kind of like creeping behind, looming over, smacking into the middle with everyone, and it's like Twilight and Fluttershy kind of like giving the sense that it like the smoking kind of happened just right next to them, so it's like Twilight ready to protect Fluttershy, like pretty much the way that the audio drama is that Fluttershy here is a princess, not in a princess in the sense that she's an alicorn, but a princess in the fact that like, okay, in a faraway kingdom, like the alicorn part doesn't really matter in a sense of like, okay, they are the princess and everything, but more of like, okay, like it's supposed to be like a fun little nod to like I think Beauty and the Beast or something. I don't quite know. Like I forgot what kind of fairy tale the Forest Beast is kind of an inspiration of, but pretty much the idea is like, despite the fact that Twilight is an alicorn, Fluttershy is the princess and such, and see what I mean about like the hair covering the eyebrows and such. So let me actually get in there. I think I also made her eyelash a little too long, cause yeah, cause the thing is, it's like I'm not trying to. There we go. Get that little scrunching in the nostril. In fact, that way, still kind. Oh gosh, that was my phone. That way, still kind of convey a little bit of emotion, but now I think I made her look snooty. But yeah, again, in a way, I think too much. Oh, I forgot. I actually didn't give her her tail, so. But we'll make this part just a little bit. There we go. Kind of more fitting of the fact that this is a pony outfit. Oh, that's funny. Like, ladies and gentlemen, I represent you, Mean Girl, in the form of My Little Pony. Oh, goodness. What am I doing? This is why I love doing stuff like this, because I could just be so weird without even meaning to. It's like most of the time I'm not even trying to be weird. It's just like, and suddenly this happened. But that's the one reason I love being an artist. Cause like you try doing something and it's just like sudden randomness. Yeah, and I'm just trying to fix her horn a little bit. Here we go. We got a snooty Twilight. Yeah, and I was actually gonna do the whole taking this part out. Actually, I might because it's still a matter of coloring that's going to be that's going to really bring it all together. Cause when it comes to the coloring, like most of this is gonna be flat, but the eyes are gonna have a little bit of details, like the pupil and a little highlight in there and such. But yeah, and let me just get that together. And such, and yeah, Twilight with a ponytail, everybody. And we got our fabulous Princess Fluttershy. Of course, always get the floof by the eye. Trying to figure out how big to make this pupil because, like, we don't want it too tiny where to the point where it's like she's terrified, but more like she's just getting her catching her breath for a moment because, like, again, it's a Fluttershy we're talking about. And such. The poor girl's scared easy. And of course, doing my usual, also get the extra stuff in there. And a floof. Can't forget my floof. I love the floof. Although I do gotta double check her dress. Actually, I forgot if her dress is armless or not. I think it is. So that's because it's about to be the holiday dress. And that's also kind of like why I'm not going too nuts with the hair. Floof is always good. Yes, I love me Floof. Yeah. I love the Floof. If I could, I would just have like a whole collection of like floofy plushie. I was about to say floofy puppy, but it's like the puppies are only as floofy as thought they're young. And such. Plus, I don't think the puppy would get along with my cat, especially since my boy Cooper loved the rough house and such, as evident with Leo, the other my roommate's cat, and such. Like those boys rough house for days. Naturally, rough house to the point where it's like either me or my roommate had to break up the fight. And also check to make sure no one's bleeding and such, cause the last thing we need is the cat getting hurt. And such, we don't want a hurty kitty. Oh, with me with all these names. Oh, with all this. Have a little flute there, so I might double check the hood later just to see if I even did this right, because, like, and everything because there are some articles or clothes I kind of suck drawing at. Maybe this is where it is. I was missing the other parts. And of course, get that the opacity up again. That merge, and the background gonna have the trees again. If I remember correctly, it's about to be there. And then the part 2 is supposed to eventually have Twilight looking more toward this way. So let me actually just convert this opacity and then fix this one. Whoop! Not what I meant to do! Lucky you know, Fluttershy broke a head, or broke a neck. And let me actually repeat, yeah. And not even intending to. Like, not even meaning to rip a head. Next thing you know, it's suddenly Mortal Kombat My Little Pony style. Inside, you rip off the pony's head, and you get fatality. And actually, we need to push this in a little bit. In fact, because I'm following the head part, like this would make a little more sense. Yeah, granted the cloak is a little bit bigger. Actually, I probably should make this part make her head a little bit bigger. Ah, not that. Gotta do this, you dingleberry. And also fix her eyes, so that way it doesn't look as scared. I love this. Like, sometimes when you draw something just right, it makes it look completely off. There we go, a little bit better. Also get her little floop of the hair in there. Because, my god, that girl has some hair. If anything, I do not want to see her water bill. That is, if... Do Equestria even have water bill? I'm sure they had some sort of something. I don't know, then again, I'm talking about living expensive of a fictional world here. What is wrong with me? Oh, what is wrong with me? And let's also fix Twilight arm. Can eventually her arm extend outwards. Get a little bit of that going. And of course I gotta fix Twilight so that way there is a couple of elements I will be taken from this, such as her ears. Yoink, give me your ears. Suddenly she's deaf. And pretty much move it over here. Like, I'm purposely putting them far apart because this is all on one layer. And the last thing I need is it's pretty much like the layer, the thing I want to do overlapping to the point where it's like, okay, suddenly I can't do what I want to do and such because like it's overlapping something that should not be overlapping. Come on. pretty much a Frankensteining this joint. But technically, I don't know why I'm doing it with the ears, because the ears I always do naturally with the whole curling, the little floof. The matter of where the placement is what I usually gotta figure out. And put the hair on like it's a wig. And then just gonna turn off the mic. And I think we're also at the 1:30 mark, so. Okay, so if anything, I'm just gonna push, see if I can get this shot done, and then we'll call it a wrap, so I'm just gonna mute my mic. Yeah, there we go. So it's kind of like that's what I usually do whenever I got like more than one frame going. It's like I kind of do this to make sure the flow is alright, and also kind of like seeing like how the head appear. Cause sometimes like okay, so the ear wound up being a little bit bigger than this and such, but that could just be because the way I had the head angled. Such like, yeah, sometimes it's a little tricky. Like it does look pretty good. Yeah, so as I said, just gonna call have the stream come to an end a little bit early and such, mainly because there's still a lot of stuff that I need to get done, and the stream sometimes does cause the computer to lag a little bit, and everything. But eventually I will be putting like a little bit of a animation progress on my Facebook page, so to check out the link below and such. If you just wiggle to where the mouse is hopping up and down, like if you go to my Facebook page, I'll definitely have something there like within the next couple of days, if not well, definitely by the end of the week. But with that, I hope y'all had a good one and everything. This is Mad Artist signing off, and if anything, stay creative. So we'll see you this Sunday for more Okami, and next Wednesday for more artwork. Hopefully, I will either be finishing up this one or doing the second animation next week. Woo! So with that, y'all have a good one, stay creative, and we'll see you next time. Bye!